wanted to share a little paragraph with you from A Course in Miracles I read this morning. The paragraph is the confusion of pain and joy, and this is going to be about following your intuition, how the body is an intuitive guide. But the first part of this is, you may have carried the ego's reasoning to its logical conclusion, which is total confusion about everything. If you really saw this result, you could not want it. The only reason you could possibly want any part of it is because you do not see the whole of it. You are willing to look at the ego's premises, but not at their logical outcome. This is like directly ignoring your intuition, like if someone is inviting you to, and this goes for everything in life, if someone's inviting you to go partake in an outing, like you could be feeling in your body that you're saying no, like I don't want to go to this event, I don't want to be around this person, but yet I'm going to ignore this, so I'm going to go ignore my intuition and go to this event, and afterwards I feel even lower than before because I went out of ignoring my intuition. And this leaves me feeling more empty because I had to essentially put a mask on to be in this environment, to be around these people. And that's exhausting. It takes energy to be someone that you're not. When you're in your fullness, when you're saying yes to things that really matter to you, that really excite you and light you up, when you're following your intuition, when you're in these events, it feels like a breeze, And this reminded me of like years ago, you may have carried the ego's reasoning to its logical conclusion, which leads to total confusion about everything. They talk about like going through spiritual awakenings, or some people will call it, like we call it in the Western mind, like if you're going to a psychiatrist, they might say that you are going through an identity crisis, right? Like if you are going through a divorce within your intimate relationship, one day you wake up and it's like, what have I created around me? What have I been doing that has led me to feel like I am so disconnected and separated from myself? And again, I will always hold up this picture because the body is always our intuitive guide. It's our intuitive compass to, are we in the right place? Are we going the right place? Like if you keep facing burnout and fatigue, your body, your soul is trying to wake you up to try and put you on the right path. Like depression is a symptom, it's a blessing. It's all of the symptoms that we experience, they are teaching lessons. The body is like a child, it's like a baby. It's calling out for you, saying, please show up differently, please let us form some new habits so that we can find ourselves. And for me, like COVID was a blessing. Like the shutdowns during COVID was a blessing because I think I was in relationships and doing things for the sake of, people would ask me to go do things and my intuition was like, no, I just want to be by myself. Like I was in this hermit phase, this isolation phase where I wanted to say no, but I felt like if I said no, I would feel bad, I would feel guilty. And I think a lot of people, of course, went through this, but when COVID happened, it was such a blessing to be able to say no to everything. I shut my phone off on airplane mode for days at a time, didn't look at anything. And it was like, we go through these periods in time, again, depression is a blessing. We go through these periods in time where a soul is trying to like wake you up, like to what have you been doing? What have you been doing? What are your habits like, right? And what does this look like? It looks like cortisol imbalances. It looks like a health crisis, a health struggle. These are symptoms that the body, the soul is trying to use to wake you up, to get you in more alignment with who you truly are. And when you feel like you're in alignment, you feel like you're in a good state of health. You feel like you're energized. And when people ask you to go do things, your intuitive compass is so on point. You're like, I know I'm not going to feel great going doing this. I have no problem listening to my intuition. I have no problem saying no. Of course, that's still a struggle. Like, I feel like such a weirdo because I just like, I kind of am a hermit. Like I'm really into biology and health and stuff like that. And living in Southern Louisiana, like people party out here, they go to bars. Like the idea of having fun is like going out and drinking and eating, unhealthy foods. And so I feel like really out of place living down here because I'm just like not into all that stuff. So, telling people that I don't drink and that I cook most of my food, like It's weird. It's uncomfortable for me. I started doing astrology readings. That's uncomfortable for me to tell people, because half the time people think that I'm either, like playing with a Ouija board, worshiping the devil, or they're really excited and they're really into it. But it's like really 50-50 on what type of reaction I'm going to get. And then, but I feel more at peace when I say, when I'm able to say what I'm doing and what I love, and that I know I don't want to go out to the bars. Just don't like that. Sometimes I still feel bad with it, but your intuition is always guiding you, and if you have come to a place where you're confused with your identity, you're confused with your creations, you feel like you're in a place of separation, it's just like your body's doing a little upgrade. Your body's trying to upgrade you and to get you to pay attention to what's really going on inside. It's trying to draw you back into the source of who you are. And you never have forgotten who you are. Like, you always are. Your essence never leaves you. Like, you may be in a place in time where you're like, what have I been doing? Am I in the right place? Like, you will may be brought to a place of total confusion, total chaos about, is this real? Have I been making these decisions? Why am I in this partnership with this person? Like, did I do this out of integrity with myself, or, did I compromise, who I was to be in this relationship? And, a lot of people go through this. A lot of people go through this all the time, but it's okay. You can find your way back to yourself as long as you remember that everything is just a classroom. It's a learning lesson. Like, and when you follow your intuition, when you connect with your body, you connect with your cells, you are connecting with yourself, you can better listen to your intuition, so that when you're making decisions and getting into business with people, and just a small things, like if somebody invites you to go do something small, like it could be the smallest thing, or it could be the biggest thing in your life path. Like, someone could offer you a huge job, a huge opportunity, but if it doesn't feel in alignment for you, it's not in alignment. And they say, like, you can't make the wrong decision. Like, you cannot make the wrong decision, right? Like, if you feel that there's an opportunity but your body is saying no, you're making the right decision. Like, nothing meant for you can pass you up. And just like this could be brought back down to the smallest thing again in life. This is micro and macro. If you are in a place where you're trying to supplement, where you're trying to get your health in order, and a lot of people come to me because they're just like, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? They're in a place of this uncertainty and they want my perspective on it. Anything that you are doing towards your health is a win. It is a huge win. Anytime you are focusing and trying to be still in your body and trying to create strength and feel better, there is nothing that you can do wrong. You will constantly have learning opportunities, right? I'm starting to eat this new food group. I'm starting to do this exercise. Allow your body to course correct you, right? I'm starting to do this exercise. Well, I'm not recovering as fast. So maybe I need more sleep at night. Maybe I need more foods, right? It's a learning experiment for you, for your process, wherever you're at. And you are your number one compass and guide. Like, your body, trust in your body, trust in your cells, that if you are working towards your health, they are always backing you. Your immune system is always working with you to grow. If you have a desire to grow with yourself, with your health, trust that your body is doing that, and listen to your symptoms. Listen to your symptoms, because this intelligence, this beauty inside you, oof, it cannot be mistaken. It cannot be negated. It cannot be anything than what it is, and that is light. Like, the body is light. Mitochondria, they're producing energy. This is light. When you touch your forehead, this is heat coming off the body. Heat that we can't feel is light. It's known as the infrared spectrum of light. So when you go towards the light, you are going towards a state of totality, So anyway, this is what I have for this video here. I've been reading this quote during the last few videos because it's so important that you follow your intuition. Like, your body, our bodies are so smart. Like, your heartbeat isn't asking you to beat. Your immune system isn't checking for your okay to go throughout your entire system, protect you from viruses, cancer cells, negativity, all parasites, everything. Your immune system is not asking you to do this. We have this deep intelligence inside of us that is working and doing this for us. And let your body be a guide. May you always be blessed with the clarity to know what is and what isn't for you. Your body, you know. You know you're in the right place where you feel more at peace, when your mind is at peace, where your body's at peace, when you're not in a state of tension. And if you are in a place of doubt, like, I'm going to tell you this short story because this just happened to me recently before, and then we'll go. I was at work, and I had trained this new person at work. And so when I was training them, I asked them, I was like, oh, you know, like, are you dating somebody? Are you with somebody? And they were like, yeah, I just met this guy. We've just been dating for 2 months, you know. And so this is months later. A few days ago, they're about to leave to go off to school somewhere. And I asked them again, I said, oh, are you going to do long distance with your boyfriend? Are you going to get married? Are you going to have their babies? Like, you know, I wanted to, like, do you know, because we do know. And they said, I don't know, you know, like, it's still early. And, you know, so yesterday, they actually had found out that the boyfriend was cheating on them. Like, it's crazy timing, right? Like, the person that they were cheating on with them reached out to the person that they were, reached out to this girl and said, hey, your boyfriend's not being faithful. He's trying to get back together with me behind your back, and I just want to let you know. And so it was crazy. I was talking to this girl, and I said, do you remember, like, just a few days ago, I asked you if you knew that you could see this long term, and you had this place of doubt inside of you. Like, it was just like, it was a lack of clarity. It wasn't that, you know, she could say for certain, you know, she couldn't say for certain yes. And when you have this state of doubt, it's like, I was telling her, I was like, that was your intuition. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you don't have to fully understand why your body is saying no. You just have to understand that there is some doubt and confusion, and there's a lack of clarity, and that is your intuition telling you something. If it's not a full yes, it is a full no. And so allow your body, allow your intuition to guide you. Trust in your intuition when you have a moment of doubt. If you cannot see the pathway, there is something that is blocking you. Trust that. Trust that. Anyway, I must go now. I hope this video was helpful for you in some way. If you like this channel, if you like the videos, you want to follow my journey, you can subscribe to the channel. You can like and share it with someone who you may be feeling like is going through a depressing period, struggling with their mental health, or, you know, anything of that nature. So anyway, I will catch you next time. As always, I wish you the best of luck.